Alright, so we got the game on.
I had to hustle through night of my days. Galaxy blunts, I got Mars and some standard kush. I smoked that outer space, she took one hit and then fell asleep. Never mind me, I'm just on my cutty. I put them.
Alright, welcome back everyone. sᴏᴄɪᴜ here, back again with another arcade pickup. This time we've got a San Francisco Rush 2049. Now this game came out, I believe, in 1999. And this is the full sit-down version of it. And the cabinet itself is in pretty good condition. You know, it all lights up and it works. Now when I originally picked it up, it was playing blind. Now if you don't understand what that means, or if you don't know what that means, it's basically it would turn on, and you could coin it up and stuff like that, and you could hear the game, you could hear the sound, you could step on the pedals and all that, you could hear the game playing in the background. So I went ahead and picked it up, and what I did was I put an LCD in it, which we'll go ahead and look in the back, and it's put like a tinted plexi on the front of it, which doesn't look bad. So the wheel, the kickback on the wheel works, along with the shifters. It's got four gears. And the cool thing about this one is that it has the 3 pedals down there: the gas, the brake, and the clutch. So, everything in here is pretty basic. You got your mechs and our key, which we're going to need to get into the back. It's got most of the mechs. This one's missing the actual quarter piece right here, which is easily replaced. And the option board or the test board, so you can go into the testings or into the tests and all that, and, down to the quarter box. So everything's pretty basic right there. And it has a keypad right here, so you could enter in your your code and save your scores and your upgrades and stuff like that. So this one does have both side stickers, and the stickers on the sides of the seat, along with in the back of it, around to the side and all that stuff too. So let's go ahead and get this thing turned around. The cool thing about this one is that it is on wheels. It can be rolled around pretty easily. And normally I don't get a key with these things, but I'm kind of glad that I got a key with this, so I didn't have to drill it open. Or what you run into a lot is, there'll be screws, all on the back of this thing. So yeah, I'm going to get the light and everything going back there, and then we'll be back right here in a second. Alright, so we actually ended up turning the cabinet around, to make it easier. I didn't have to move all the lights around. So we've got access to the back of the cabinet. And this board right here is actually protected by, this humongous cage. So you have to, take these screws off. It's got a couple of them right here. So actually I already loosened them, so I was able to take them off by hand. But it's just a regular screwdriver. And normally most of the games that I've been getting, it'll just be like one big PCB board, or a small PCB board, which in this case for this one right here, once you get the screws off, the panel it just opens up and it stays open, and we see all the different boards, the I/O boards, the sound boards, the steering boards, and then the main board back here. which looks to be 3 of them put together, you know, along with the JAMO harness, you know, with all the inputs and everything for the wiring. And then the hard drive for it. So this one actually takes a hard drive also. So yeah, so the board for this one is pretty cool. Everything is like tucked in to this metal case to protect it. And like I was saying, this thing normally comes with the, you know, with the CRT monitor. And I just went ahead and replaced it with an LCD and wired in this converter right here to be able to use the VGA monitor. Alright, so let's close this thing up, turn it back around, and fire it up, right? Get a game going. I'm going to make sure I close that up. And then the power supply. You know, the power supply for right there with the on and off switch. And then the backs of the pedals, the gas, the brake, and the clutch. So each one of them has one of these little gears behind it, which is pretty cool. And then a fan to cool the board off. So yeah, I'm gonna close this up and then we'll fire it up and take a little test drive. Alright, so we got the game on. And once it starts to boot the program, you see that the wheel starts to spin around. If, you know, your force feedback is working correctly. So one thing I've noticed on this one is that if you have it in gear, like in any of the gears, it'll boot like it'll give like an error of some sort. At least for this one. And then here we see that, you know, the monitor that I put in it, or the LCD, looks pretty good. I had to, you know, border off the bottom of it a little bit, which is not bad. So yeah, the sound on this thing is pretty good. We got the 2 speakers up there, along with 2 on the headrest. Now the ones that are behind it, I'm not sure which way they're facing, or if it's the same ones. But it also has a subwoofer down at the bottom.
Selected track 1.